guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. Today's video is going to be a foundation wear test. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. Recently, I picked up two newer drugstore foundations. The one that I'm testing today is definitely newer out of the two, just in case if you were curious since I did that whole lead up. The other foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. If you guys are curious of my thoughts on this one, I recently did a Walmart beauty haul, try-on haul, so I'll go ahead and link that here. But the foundation that we are testing today is a new one from Maybelline. This is the Dream Urban Cover. I picked mine up in the shade 220 Natural Beige. There are 16 shade options. I got mine for $9.99 at Target. I was checking the Maybelline site. It says the retail price is $12 something. Where did you go? $12.99. So I guess it really kind of depends where you buy your makeup. Typically though, if I'm getting drugstore makeup, I talk about this all the time. I either go to Walmart or Target. CVS and Walgreens, unless there's like an epic coupon deal, they always mark it up. So those are definitely the two places that I would recommend. So quick little tidbits about this foundation. Maybelline says it's their first protective makeup. It's specifically formulated to shield skin from harmful environmental aggressors. This lightweight foundation has broad spectrum SPF 50 and is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. It doesn't say anything about the longevity of the foundation, so it's definitely not marketed as like long wear or anything like that. It just says that it's a lightweight foundation, flawless coverage, protective makeup. So yeah, nothing about the finish or the longevity. There is the quick rundown for y'all. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual demo. I just took a glance at the Maybelline website and they recommended for application either use your fingertips, a sponge, or a makeup brush, so it really kind of sounds like a free-for-all. There doesn't really seem to be a wrong way. I'm just gonna give it a quick little shake. It's just a squeeze tube applicator with a precise little point. So let's just go ahead and start right here. I think the shade I got will be okay. I'm just gonna start by tapping it in with my fingers first, and then we will go in with a sponge and apparently apply it to my hair as well. Texture-wise, it kind of feels like, let me get a little bit more on my finger, a thinner version of the 𝗟𝗧𝗦 CC cream. It definitely has more of a watery base. It doesn't quite have as much as a like gel texture. But when I think about everything in my collection, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Here we have Maybelline at 220 Natural Beige, which we are testing out today. And then on the opposite side is the 𝗟𝗧𝗦 CC Plus Illumination in medium. So as you can see, Natural Beige is a little bit deeper. So if medium is your perfect shade, you probably want to go down a shade or two in the Maybelline and Dream Urban Cover. So with that first layer, it's definitely a light coverage foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply it all over, and then we will go in for the second layer to see how it applies. With this being so thin, I kind of feel like either I'm using too much or it's something that I will go through pretty quickly. It does feel really nice and lightweight though. It honestly doesn't really feel like anything's on my face. Just gonna have to blend some a little bit down. There is kind of like a sunscreen scent. It does have SPF 50, so I'm guessing that's where that comes from. It's not overwhelming. Honestly, I prefer that SPF scent over something like very floral or perfumed, so I really don't mind. It's already kind of fading. So there is layer one. Definitely very light coverage, like minimal, everyday summer type of makeup. Even something like if you're someone who wears makeup to the pool, this would be something to just kind of even everything out. I don't mind it. I think if I had like less eyeshadow on, I would like it. But since I wasn't planning on filming this video today, I went in with a more bold eye. So now I feel like I definitely do need more coverage. So now we're gonna go in with layer two. I'm gonna kind of pat this in and let it sit for a second, because sometimes with concealers, I feel like if I give it a minute before I really go in and blend it out, it seems like I get a little bit more coverage because it's like the product gets a little bit thicker. If that makes sense. If you've tried it before, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just really gonna pat this on the areas where I do want more coverage, maybe a touch more here on my chin, and really just begin gently bouncing this in. I'm definitely getting more coverage. I'd say this could be built up to a medium coverage. Freckles are still coming through, but I feel like everything else just looks blended. I really like the finish of it. It's not like overly greasy dewy, but it's just kind of like a natural dewy finish, like where the light hits, it still looks really nice without feeling tacky to the touch. I don't think you'd really have to set this. I will set it just like on smile lines and then probably my nose, just areas where I do get a little bit oilier, especially now that it's so humid. For concealer, I want to try my best to apply more Maybelline products on top. So we're going to go in with the Age Rewind concealers. I think I'm going to start off with Neutralizer and then we'll top it off with some medium. I've been using these concealers for years and they're still easily some of my favorite drugstore concealers. And then I'm just gonna top that off with just a touch of the shade Medium. Just doink, 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 doink. Just like that. I don't really feel the need to add any more coverage anywhere else, so I'm really just gonna keep it on the under eyes. So just like with the foundation, I like to tap it in with my finger first, and then I'll go in with a sponge. The concealer is doing well on top of the foundation. Nothing is shifting or moving. I love this sponge so much. It looks grimy right now, obviously, since I just used it. But if you have yet to try the Flower Beauty one, I just said this in a recent video, you're missing out, homie, because it is so good. Okay, just for some additional brightness in there. And then the other day while I was at Walmart, I finally picked up the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I just got mine in Fair Light. From other videos that I've seen, it seems like it's kind of like a dupe of the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. So I really wanted to give this a go. I'm gonna go in and tap this right on top of that concealer. Oh, I can already tell. This powder feels like it's gonna be one that just like melts right in, like in a good way. And it was under $6. I still love the Laura Mercier setting powder, but if you are on a budget, obviously I have to see how it wears throughout the day, but from first impressions, I'm thinking I'm gonna really like this one. Look at this poor sponge. Howard is obsessed with just like chomping a bite out of a sponge. It drives me insane. Now, just in case if you are curious of any other makeup details on my eyes today, I'm wearing the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. My bronzer is the Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. And then for my highlighter, I went in really light-handed because this is a super pigmented highlighter from the drugstore. This is one of the versatile cheek palettes from the Full Spectrum collection. This is in Blush Touch. So I just went in with that center gold shade. And then for my lips, I have some of the NYX lip liner in Mauve, and then the lip gloss that I recently hauled in my Walmart Beauty try-on haul. This is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Soft Rose. This is something on my to-do list today. I want to go out and pick up a few more shades. Several of you guys were recommending, I think, Rosewood. I'm pretty sure that was the name. And then for my setting spray, I just wanted to go in with an affordable option, so I used the Wet n Wild. I just realized I never took off the rest of the protective packaging, but this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Water. I love the coconut one. There's also rose and cucumber. I want to say that's $3.99 or $4.99, so definitely an affordable option. You can use it as your primer and your setting spray. In fact, that's the only primer that I use today. The time is now 12:06. I will be in most likely comfy clothes by the time that I come back and check in because we are on our way to go see Pets 2. And I don't know about y'all, but when I go to the movies, I like to be in comfy cozies. So I will check in with y'all later this evening and we will see how this foundation lasts throughout the day. I am back almost 8 hours later. It is now 7:44. As you can see, I am in the comfy clothes as I promised. Changed my earrings and my hair is in this turd bun. We just finished dinner and I realized that I had to film this check-in for y'all. So let me go ahead and zoom you back into my pores first. That way you can see how everything wore throughout the day. Keep in mind, I wasn't really like out in the heat or anything. This was just like normal day-to-day wear. So the main areas where I'm seeing things kind of getting a little slippy and slidey, I didn't do any touching up besides lip gloss. There was no powder, no blotting sheets, nothing like that. But my nose is definitely greasy, like product completely wiped off on the very tip of my nose. Also, smile lines right here. I'm not gonna be too Judge Judy on that though, just because, I mean, I got wrinkles there and things just tend to get creasy. But everywhere else, like my forehead and my cheeks, everything lasted pretty well. Today wasn't quite as humid. Ooh, falling everywhere as it has been the last several days. So this does say full coverage protective makeup right on the packaging. I'm just a total doofus, but I did read lightweight on the website. I'll definitely give that a check mark, like, yes, I believe you, but full coverage, sorry homie, but no. This is a buildable, a medium coverage foundation. I didn't go in with a third layer. It could possibly be full coverage with a third layer, but honestly, I'm thinking even with a third coat would probably be high medium coverage. I just don't see this getting to full coverage. Now, earlier I said that the first comparison that came to mind was the It Cosmetics CC cream, not only because of packaging, but I don't know, there was just something about the way that it felt on the skin. It reminded me of the CC Plus Illumination. However, this is definitely way runnier and thinner in consistency than the It Cosmetics CC cream. I believe I did share swatches earlier. So overall, after using this all day, for the price point, I definitely would use it again. In fact, I probably will pack it to Florida with me because I think it does make a great just everyday lightweight type of foundation if you're not looking for anything full coverage, like high glam. I think it's perfect. But if you are very oily, I'm not quite sure how you will feel about this because my nose is really the only area that I get super oily, and I definitely notice things shifting. It didn't completely disappear, like my nose didn't eat the product. I've definitely had that happen with foundations before. So it did last. I mean, for going, what, 7 hours and 48 minutes, it's still looking pretty good, but that is an area that I would have to touch up with powder. But I also didn't use like a strong grip primer today, and I also didn't go in with like a locked and loaded setting spray, for instance, the Urban Decay All Nighter. I just went in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus priming water, which I definitely see more as a priming water rather than like an actual setting spray. So with that being said, that could extend the longevity some. But either way, I'm just really not sure. If you have really oily skin, I feel like you would definitely need some prep work, whether that's with like a mattifying primer, plus probably some sort of good setting powder and setting spray, just because if you live in a humid climate like myself, I can definitely see this breaking down throughout the day. Now, I will say, while I do like it, it's not my favorite foundation at the drugstore. I would use it again though. But if I had to choose out of these two, I'm only comparing these two because I bought them around the same time. I definitely prefer the longevity, the coverage, and the overall formula of the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. So if you've been on the fence, both are super, super lightweight on the skin. Both of them are nice and thin foundations. So if you are looking for a longer lasting foundation with equal, if not more coverage, I would definitely go with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I realized the video was about the Dream Cover, but I just wanted to give you some other options. There you have it. There is my wear test and first review of the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover foundation. I do plan to use it more, so if anything changes, I'll definitely keep you guys updated in the description box down below. As always, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. If you haven't already, I would love if you subscribe. That way we can hang out some more in the future. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.